Hello there and welcome back to Frudanos. This is Fuse and today I'm going to give you a little update about my green-white Hexproof Enchantments deck. I did a deck tag about it a while ago and now it is the most successful video on this channel, so why not make an update about it? It's a more expensive version, but it really is a good deck. I went fourth on the FNM 2 weeks in a row from the 5 FNMs I played with it, and this is my version how it is now. So let's start with the land base. We have 8 forests, 8 plains, 4 temple gardens and 3 temple of plenty. The 4 temple garden and 3 temple of plenty are because of you need a lot of double white or double green mana in this deck, so the dual lands really are a great addition to this. So there's less chance that you are going to get color screw. So that's the land base. Then we have the 1-drops. We have 8 1-drops, a creature and an enchantment, Glade Cover Scout, Hexproof for 1/1, and Ethereal Armor. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. So Glade Cover Scout is a really great 1-drop, because turn 1 you play this and then you just drop all your enchantments on it the next turns. And if you play Ethereal Armor on it, it gets even stronger for each enchantment you play on it or on another creature. Then you have the 2-drops, 3 Celestial Charm and 4 Fleece Main Lion. The 3 Celestial Charm are because of the +2 and +2/+2 and trample. It can give the final push to take away that 2 or 1 life your opponent has left, or you could exile that very stupid Polukranos, or you can just spawn a 2/2 White Knight creature token with Vigilance to sacrifice for Devour Flesh against Mono Black Devotion. And then Fleece Main Lion. It's a great 2-drop, a 3/3 monstrosity 1 for 5, so that at the 5th turn you can make it hexproof and indestructible. The indestructible makes it even better, because it can survive Supreme Verdict against control matchups. Then we have the 3-drops, the enchantments. 4 Gift of Orzhova, 4 Boon Satyr, 4 Unflinching Courage and 2 Eidolon of Countless Battles. So Gifts of Orzhova and Unflinching Courage really are the staples in this deck, because +2/+2 trample and lifelink or +1/+1 flying and lifelink really are great. You can fly over your opponent's creatures or just trample through it and gain massive amounts of life. Then Boon Satyr, you can flash him to block a creature your opponent controls, so it can come out of nowhere. Or you can bestow it for 5, so your creature gets a really big boost. And then Eidolon of Countless Battles. I only put this 2 times in this deck because if you lose your big creature and then you play this one, then it's mostly gonna be a 2/2 or a 3/3, so it really isn't that great. And again, the mana cost is too wide. Even the bestow is too wide, so it really gives a great boost to your creatures, but it isn't that great in my opinion, so I run this 2 times. Then you have the 3-drops, creatures, 4 times Loxodon Smiter and 4 times Witch Talker. So Witch Talker is a 3 for a 3/3 hexproof, and whenever an opponent casts a blue or black spell during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Witch Talker. Against control mashups, these are really this card is really great because your opponent will think twice before countering your enchantment or whatever. So that's really a big creature to put your spells on, enchantments on. And then you have 4 times Lockstone Smiter, which can be countered, and if your opponent caused you to discard Lockstone Smiter, you can put it on the battlefield instead of putting it in your graveyard. So this mostly is in here for the 3-drop 4-4, which can be countered against control. So you mostly don't want to put your enchantments on that creature, but use it more to tempo your opponent out. So this deck can work in 2 ways. You just spawn your creatures and you over aggro your opponents, because none of the creatures are +4 mana costs except the bestow. So the highest is 3. Or you can just play 1 or 2 creatures and put them full of enchantments. If it is a monstrous fleeced main line, then you're really lucky, because mostly they aren't going to, they won't exile or destroy your big creature. So I hope you like this deck tag, an update of a deck tag, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for future deck tags and even more stuff like games, gameplays, pack openings, even some paint tutorials for Warhammer 40k or fantasy. So subscribe and like, and hope to see you next time in another video.